What's good, people? Hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. We're simulcasting this on Lee Judges TV and on 12th Man Podcast, both of our channels. So please make sure you do us a favor. Wherever you are watching, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. Lee Judges TV is getting up to 40k. We're getting up to 30k. So please make sure you can join the communities by getting us there. Lee Judges Champions League is back. The draw is going to be live any minute. They're literally just calling up now as we watch it to start the conversation. It is a new format, Judges. What do you think of this new format? It's very confusing.
Oh, yeah, very, very confusing. I ain't got a clue, to be honest. Like, I haven't got a clue, like, so I'm just getting it up on my phone now, so it's all like ready and rocking and rolling. But yeah, I'll be honest. More games. Hold on 1 second, Dan. I've got to just plug in the thing here.
Charger, that's what it is, isn't it?
I've just got to charge.
Otherwise, you don't want to let your phone go down, mate. Crikey.
No, not that way. So, I'm ready to rock and roll. So everything's good. But I don't really know what to expect from it. I'm always a little bit excited when the draw comes up, if I'll be honest.
Yeah, of course.
But these extra few games, so I don't know if I like this new format or not. Well, it's one of those things where you're going to have to suck it and see, isn't it? Really like. I mean, so
it feels like more of a knockout stage from the start as opposed to the group stages. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've got 36 teams in the league, it looks to me as if there's potential for there to be a kind of, this feels a little bit more like a knockout, because there ain't the league situation, but they're in terms of like playing the one team home and away. We're going to be in different pots. We're going to be basically picking 2 teams per pot. And we're going to have to play one at home and one away. So if we say, let's get Real Madrid, we might have to go to the Bernabeu, but not actually have them host at the Emirates. It might be a bit like that, unless, of course, we get them in the later stages. I don't know if I like that or not, Lee. I don't know.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that, if I'll be honest. I'm not a real lover of that at all. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, listen, let's not.
Doesn't sound very fair, does it? Equally fair. Do you know what I mean?
Can we just not sugarcoat this? This is all about money. That's all it is. More money and whatever, like, you know what I mean? There's nothing more on it than that, like, you know what I mean? So what they're giving out trophies and all that now. What's going on here?
Oh, no, I don't know. We've got Del Piero, who I think is being recognised for how fantastic he's been over the years. Obviously, I'm watching this on mute and I don't have subtitles. So maybe the chat will be able to tell us what they're talking about. But obviously, we're just waiting for the teams to come out now, and that's what matters. Let me just share the screen about what we believe this format is and who's in what pot and stuff like that, so everybody's aware. We can talk about, Lee, what we think is going to be happening in terms of pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, etc., etc. At the moment, obviously, these are the pots, and Arsenal are in pot 2. Now, in pot 1 is Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, and Barcelona. So we are potentially going to be picking up 2 of these games to play, right? So 2
one at home, one away, yeah.
1 at home, 1 away. So that's going to be tough. Unless we get really lucky and we pick out Borussia Dortmund and Leipzig, we're probably going to have to play at the Emirates or away, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, or Man City. Now, I did check, or Real Madrid. Now, I did check, we are not allowed to play the same country or the same league. We can play the Scottish teams, but we can't play the English teams. Now, I watched Robbie earlier, and he actually said that we can get domestic teams from the off, but I was said it by Mark earlier to say that isn't the case, and actually we can't. So actually from that group, we can only get everybody other than Manchester City and Liverpool, right? So that's the first pot that we're looking at. We are in pot 2, and we are in pot 2 along with Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Benfica, us, Club Brugge, Shakhtar Donetsk, and AC Milan. So they're the first 2 pots. Arsenal are obviously in pot 2. The reason we're in pot 2, of course, is we haven't really been in the Champions League for about 7 years other than last season, right? Then we go into pot 3 with Feyenoord, Sporting, PSV, Dynamo Kiev, Salzburg, Lille. I'm not even going to try and say that, but it's Belgrade. I can never, ever say that name. Crvena Zvezda, Young Boys, and Celtic. And then obviously in the other pot, pot 4, we have got Bratislava, Monaco, Sparta Praia, Aston Villa, Bologna, Girona, Stuttgart, Sturm, Graz, and of course Brest. So for me, the last two pots, we're going to get 4 teams there that we absolutely have to beat home and away, right? We're going to get 4 teams in those 3 pots that we absolutely have to win. So that's what we have to be doing, in my opinion. They're the 4 that you've absolutely got to win. The other 4 are going to be difficult. Much more difficult, because even in our group, Atletico Madrid, we know what Leverkusen did last season. Atalanta under Gasperini are a good side. Thiago Motta's just taken over Juventus. Benfica have done very, very well in this competition over the years. AC Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk, horrible place to go, in Club Brugge. So they are not going to be easy, Lee. They're really not.
No easy games in this, I don't think. Like, maybe 1 or 2 in the. You know what? Listen, I get why they've done this a little bit, because if you really look at it, when you're doing those groups and all that, you sort of look at it and you think, well, we're either going to come first or second, and you basically know that, like, But this one just looks a little bit different, to make it a little bit more, I suppose. So I don't know how long I'm behind on this, but Cristiano Ronaldo's on.
Yeah, that's where I'm on as well. Yeah.
So we're a little bit behind what is actually going on, but who cares? Yeah,
so giving out awards for some reason.
Yeah,
I guess they're giving out Champions League awards, and people that have been in the Champions League.
So
he's been given a trophy with it. Yeah, there we go. But look, the way I see it is, you've got 8. You've got to finish between 1st or 8th to go through. That's finishing 1st and 8th is the equivalent, I suppose, now of coming 1st or 2nd in your group. Yeah, because the first 8 go through in this league. The next 8 down below it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes. So you've got to get in the top 8. You've got to get in the top 8. You've got to, what you've got to do is when that home game comes along, you've got to win your home games and 1 away. It's the same as all your home games and win 1 away from home.
Now get you in the top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I don't feel.
I would look at that and think that probably it would, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, if we're really unlucky and we've got to play Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid, and we've been very, very unlucky. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what we don't want, Dan.
Go on.
I don't know how this works, but we don't want another away draw on the first game.
No,
because we're going to go to Tottenham Hotspur away, right? I don't know how it's going to work, but we don't want to go Tottenham Hotspur away, Real Madrid away, Man City away. That's tough. So that whatever that draw, we want it nice home draw. I don't know how it works or how it's going to be, but we need to be at home on that first one night,
Yeah, I agree. And look, I don't want to be in a position where we are getting, and I don't know, like you say, if we do get drawn out against obviously 2 of the better teams, do we play the better teams first? Like, we find out on Saturday apparently what order we play.
Yeah,
we don't know, do we yet? On Saturday we get the draw, we think brilliant, but then we don't know the fixtures yet until Saturday. We have no idea. It's all completely different, and I don't know. Like, maybe I'm old school. I don't really like change. However, we've said that before, haven't we? And the Champions League, the way it was last year, was changed years ago when it was called the Champions League from the European Cup. Nobody wanted that to change. Now the Champions League's changed, and nobody wants the Champions League to change. So people don't like change, Lee. People like old school stuff, and I get it. I do get it. My problem with this is 1, it's about money, and 2, it's very similar to the format of the European Super League that everyone was protesting about. Do you remember?
Yeah.
This is starting to look a little bit similar to that, ain't it? Where you're putting each other in a league. This is the first tester of that. What they want is everyone to go wild about this new format. Oh my God, it's brilliant. Look at this league table. We're top of our league in the domestic, and we're about 4th in the Champions League. That's what they want people to get excited about, so they can then say, well, everyone liked it. It worked. This is the first step to a European Super League. That is what I think they are trying to do. I don't know about you, though, mate. I don't know if that's what
I agree. I agree, and listen, I haven't got much enthusiasm for this, really. I don't know how you feel. I know we ain't winning this. You cannot, with that squad we've got, Dan, compete on the two major. You're going to have to forsake one, the league or the Champions League. I can't see us going deep in.
Well, let's quickly. I mean, I didn't want to make this about transfers, but let's quickly talk about this. It's not looking good at the moment, Lee. We're short. People are leaving still. There's still talk that there might be more players leaving. Nelson and Kivior and people like that. I don't know what your thoughts are. Obviously, we dropped the video that we did at the Emirates yesterday or today, which everyone's looked at. Any different 24 hours later, Lee?
No, I'm very, very despondent at this moment in time. Very, very despondent. Eddie's gone. Whatever you think about Eddie, like I'm looking at the bench on Saturday. Havertz gets injured in the first 10 minutes. On comes Trossard on Martinelli. We then 15 minutes later on, we go 1-0 down. Who's the game changer on the bench? Where's your? There ain't one. Where is it?
I personally just don't understand it. I mean, we're heavily linked in the last hour or two with Ivan Toney and Raheem Sterling. I say heavily linked. We're not heavily linked. There's a few sources suggesting that perhaps there's two players that we're looking at now. Raheem Sterling's representatives have said that he's taken a wage cut to come to Arsenal, which is his dream move, and all this crap that we keep reading, which is not his dream move. He was happy at Chelsea 2 months ago. So Ivan Toney as well being linked very, very loosely. Would that save the window for you? Because it's not really, it's quite deflating. It's not really exciting signings. But Toney I like. Sterling, not really for me. But what would you say to if those two were to come in?
Better than what we got. It's better than nothing. And this is where I'm going to like, you know what I mean? Like this for me now is a worrying situation. Edu and Arteta have come out and said, look, trust the process and all that. Like, and we're in the final stage of it now. And if you're looking to scrimp and save and whatever, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Do you think it sounds a bit panic mode, Lee? Sterling and Toney. We could have got them. We could have got Toney months ago.
No, not really. Maybe that's just a smokescreen. I don't know. Dan. You know what I mean?
No.
Like at the end of the day, let's see what happens and see if what they do. But I am starting to get a little bit worried about it now. And if it comes to it, that they have to go for I'm not saying Toney because I think that listen, if you bring in Toney and you sell Eddie, that's good business because I know that Eddie's a bit younger, but at this moment in time, Toney is a much better player. So you're improving the squad, not a problem there. But and as I said earlier on, all the way through, it's difficult to improve on this 11, but squad wise, it's very very good. And listen, they can do a Ramsdale on this. You know what I mean? They can't get the forward they want. Okay, we'll go and get Toney, and in a couple of years' time, we get the forward we want, and we get rid of Toney like they've done with Ramsdale. That's exactly what they've done. So hopefully they can get something like that done. And listen, I say it now, and I said it yesterday, and and when we bring out the thing. I'm not saying anything underhand. I do believe what I feel. I think if we go and sign Toney and we don't win the league, I turn around and go, do you know what? We give it a go. But if we do nothing and don't win the league, then I'm not going to be happy because at the end of the day, this is a massive opportunity to just push yourself up. Who won the Champions League last year?
Madrid.
Right. Have they improved their team?
Mbappe.
Yeah. That tells you all you need to know about winners and what they have to do. You know what I mean? Like they ain't sitting on their laurels and scrimping and saving and trying to get this and that done, getting rid of the players and all that. Listen, I look at Real Madrid and the squad's not perfect by a long shot. We've spoke about this before, but their 11 is very very strong. And listen, this could be a masterstroke from Arsenal because if you don't pick up any injuries, we'll be all right. But I'm saying if we pick up injuries, we'll be struggling, So we'll have to.
Let me ask you this quick, right? Because they're on a break at the moment, the Champions League draw. Arsenal will improve their left-hand side. Do you think last season, with a left back of Timber or Calafiori and a left 8 of Marino, that we would have had a chance of winning the league? Because if you do, then we might not have had a horrendously bad window. No, I think we'd have had a bad window. I don't think we've done enough. But do you think that with those players, we could have done it? Because there's two questions to look at it here. Yeah, maybe on the left-hand side at times we didn't look great. But attacking-wise, we are still now very, very short, because there's two ways of looking at it. If we do nothing, Arteta will say, well, we've still strengthened because we brought in two players that are going to get into our first team now, and Calafiori and Marino and Timbers back. But the other side is, well, you've sold everyone up top, so we've got nothing up top now. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think we're paving the way for somebody, Lee. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Tony and Sterling. I don't know if it's Coleman and Nico Williams. I don't know if it's Gyökeres or Isak. I have absolutely no idea, mate. We've been linked with everyone. But surely, Lee, we would not be left this short, mate. Surely we would not be gutting everybody to go, we just didn't really fancy him because they weren't getting enough game time, but we're going to keep the squad we had last year. Surely not.
Yeah, listen, how I look at it, right? What would you think, right, if we sold Ramsdale and we don't bring a goalkeeper in? So we've just got Ray and we've got no one else.
Well, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? Because if Ray gets injured, you're screwed.
Right, so you think that's silly?
Yeah.
Why would you do that with the forward then? Because that's what you're doing.
Exactly.
This is what I don't get. And you're not replacing him. So why would you do that?
This is what I don't get. But he's already done it in the attacking midfield as well, because Odegaard, Vieira, and Smith Rowe, and now we've just got Odegaard. That's it.
Listen, we've let Ramsdale go, right? Are you panicking about the goalkeeper situation? No, I'm not. I think they're bringing a goalkeeper. So if you've cleared the decks on an attacking front, which what we've done, surely there's someone coming in. I'd be astounded if they don't bring anybody in. Astounded if they don't. And if it's Sterling or someone like that, I don't know. Maybe Arteta's thinking, oh, this is always the plan because like it was always going to happen at the last minute. I don't know. And again, if it is Sterling, you'd have to trust them. But I personally don't think that's enough to say, right, we're going to win the league.
Well, let me tell you this.
I don't know what would win us the league from last season because we was outstanding. But what I do believe that we was very, very close to winning the league. Not about having a striker or whatever. Like I don't think we had enough depth when it comes to playing Champions League football against Bayern Munich and Aston Villa. If I look at that game there, if we had had Tony playing for us that day, we could have played Tony against Aston Villa, played Havertz in the other game, and maybe we'd have got through. Maybe we'd have beaten Villa. And that's my problem, is that when we've come up in Champions League games, you cannot continue. Like, for instance, that first week of the Champions League, away to Tottenham, away to Manchester City in the Champions League, where you're getting players, who's resting? You're going into Manchester City at the end of that week, where they'd have played 5 or 6 players would have rested in one of those games. We won't be able to do that. And eventually it catches up on you, Dan. That's my problem. That is my problem. You know what I mean? I may be wrong. They may know, these guys know more than me. They train with them every day and they may think like this is not going to happen. I don't know. But at the end of it, I look on it now, as someone said there, well, Eddie Hardley played last season. Right? Yeah, okay. He didn't. But you had Jesus, like that. But he's not there no more. I wouldn't rely on him. He's like a chocolate teapot. I love him to death.
And I love watching him, but he can't stay fit. And look, you said what would win us? What would win us the league? Calafiori and Marino is a good start. Add Nico Williams and Isak to that, and I think we'll win the league. If we can't get Nico Williams and Isak, we need to look at the next one down, which I think is potentially Gyökeres and Leroy Sané. We've got to get one of those two options. Two of those 4 have got to come in for me because I cannot go into this season without cover in the attacking options. When we've got more games, we're just about to draw the Champions League, for goodness sake, and we haven't got any cover. We've got 2 days left. We haven't even got 2 days left. We've coming up to the last 24 hours, Lee. Do you know what I mean? At this transfer window, and it took us 8 weeks to get Marino in, and 4 or 5 weeks to get Calafiori in. Like, I honestly, mate,
I know it changes a little bit there. It definitely changes a little bit there, Dan. When you, look at how quick some of these deals happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like over and a lot of negotiations going on. The one thing that can happen very, very quickly is once everything's agreed, it can happen really, really quickly. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Somebody told me once that they hold back a few deals so that it makes it more exciting on Sky. I don't know if that's true or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They're sort of done. You know, you are right, and it takes weeks of negotiations on that. All of a sudden, boss, there's going to be things happening within a day tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that. I don't think it's good, is it, for Arsenal to be doing things on the last day as well? I think that's always a little bit of desperation. Do you remember that a few years back when we, on the last day, as happens, we got Arteta in that, like, and Mertesacker, and, you know.
I remember that. And Arshavin, I remember with that year we got him last day.
Right.
Bamiyang. You know, last day. You can do that. I'm not saying you can't do that with deals. I ain't saying that at all. And Pedro Neto just come out of nowhere, didn't it? And they signed straight away.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know? I listening to the manager, Gary O'Neill, yesterday. He knew that was happening. I don't know if you see that. And he said, I knew I was losing. I knew I was losing Neto and Kilman. But a couple of deals that they tried to get through, they couldn't. So, you know, it's weird how it all works and all that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I wanted to go into this season excited that we could challenge for it, and I just felt that whatever happens at the moment, I don't think we've done enough. I don't think we've done enough. That's always going to hit me, like, you know what I mean? Unless something happens massively tomorrow, or sometime tonight, you could hear it. Like, I will look at it and so. And I'll tell you what, like, there's a lot of fans in my groups who have been massive backers of Arteta and Edu, and myself included. Like, you know, are starting to turn on it if it don't happen. You know, and a couple of bad results and an injury up front or something like that, and I see, like, things not happening very, very well for Arsenal. I really don't, and for Arteta, like, you know, big worry.
Listen, ain't got long left, and we certainly don't have long left for this draw. Now, I'm looking at this, Lee, on the screen. A few people are talking about it in the chat. This is all looking computerised here. It's all computerised. It's fixed. That's fixed then. That's crazy. You can't be doing. You got to pick balls out of a pot, right? You can't just press a button and then spin a team round.
Apparently, if you done it out of the pots and done it out of hand, it will take 3 hours 10 minutes. So they can't do it like that. So it's all going to drop in the thing, right? You know what I mean? So,
you think that's more chance of them fixing it, isn't it?
Of course it is.
It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe that. I knew they were going to change it, but I didn't think it would just be a computer spinning the. Honestly, mate, it's spinning the balls round on a computer.
Well, what happens now? Like, so what they're going to do is one of these teams is going to drop out of here now. Then, like, this is what's going to happen now.
What do you mean?
So one of these teams going to come out first now. Then is this what's going to happen?
Yeah. So what it looks like they're going to do. I was trying to get used to it while you were talking, but obviously watching this on mute is very hard. But it looks like they're going to pull out one team, and then they're going to go with that team. They're going to go all the way through who they're playing, and then they're going to pull out another team from pot one and find out they're all going to play. That's what it looks like it would be. But in the chat, let me know if that's not the case, because you've heard it. We haven't. But it looks like, from what I can see, they're going to pull out one of these teams where they're showing from. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, City, and then what they'll do is they'll potentially pick out the first team from pot one, and then they'll go a lot. They'll go through their journey basically. Ash says, "I'm watching it and I'm confused." I mean, a lot of people are. I don't get this at the moment, so we have to just see. This is why doing this stuff live is quite good, because we're all watching it together and all as confused as each other. But it looks like someone from pot one is about to be picked, and I think, Lee, what happens then, once they pick that team, their journey is then mapped out as to who they play. That's what I think is going to happen, because it's not like before where you pick out Barcelona are playing Man City. I don't think it will be like that, but I might be wrong.
They've got balls standing there, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I think that's just to see what pot they go in. So just to see what who they play, home or away. So I think they'll spin a team.
Oh, right.
So, who's playing.
Oh, right. So
I might be have a take a look. I mean, Buffon's now picking the first ball out.
So they are doing it with. It's not computerising, like as they said it was. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
Manchester City. Oh, my mum's well ahead here. She's going to ruin it for everyone. She's going to tell it all in the chat. Look, she's well ahead of us. Man City have been pulled out first. So now what happens? Here we go. Ronaldo's going to have to press a button here. Oh my God. Honestly. So he's pressed the button. Oh my, this is horrible, Lee, isn't it? This is like watching Mastermind or something, isn't it? It's like watching a quiz show.
All right, so right.
Oh, so they've been given. Oh, okay, so they've pressed the button and that's their fixtures then.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so they've got Man City got Inter Milan at home, Paris Saint-Germain away. Wow. Club Brugge at home, Juventus away, Feyenoord at home, Sporting Lisbon away, Sparta Prague at home, and Bratislava away. So they've actually got quite a hard couple of games there. So that's what I say. So I was right. They were picking out a first team and mapping their journey, Lee. So that is exactly what it is. So now, can none of those teams be drawn again then? That's what I don't get.
No. That's it. They're done then.
Okay. Okay, right, with you. Inter Milan have been picked out. Yes, there is more games, Terence. There's no longer 6 games. It's now 8 games. So
Inter Milan, so whatever happens, like if we get pulled out, we're going to
Ronaldo, yeah. Oh, you've got them, Arsenal. So they have got Leipzig at home, Man City away, Inter Milan at Arsenal at home. So it's Arsenal, Inter Milan at the Emirates, Leverkusen away, Belgrade at home, Young Boys away, Monaco at home, and Sparta Prague away. Oh my God, this is confusing as hell, isn't it? Right, okay. God, this is so confusing now because we've got to now look at what Man City have got. So Man City must have drew Inter Milan when they got drew. They must have drew Inter Milan second then.
Right. Yeah. So Inter Milan, they've got Man City have got at home then.
Yeah. Man City are at home. That's right. Yeah. Next is Bayern Munich, so they're going to go next. So let's see what happens there. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, can you believe he's been brought on to just press a button?
He's doing a fine job.
He's doing a great job. So we've got Arsenal's first. For those who didn't hear, Arsenal have got Inter Milan at the Emirates. That will be one of the games that we play. We do not know in order. Bayern Munich have got Paris Saint-Germain at home, Barcelona away, Benfica at home, Shakhtar Donetsk away, Dynamo Zagreb at home.
Real Madrid.
Bayern Munich.
All right, yeah, see it at the bottom. Sorry.
All the way.
Aston Villa away.
It's Aston Villa away. This is so confusing, man. So Inter Milan, yeah, I've got that wrong. Arsenal actually got Inter Milan at the San Siro. It's because it said home.
Yeah.
So we go to the San Siro again. Sorry, guys, I messed that up. It's because it said home.
So we're going to go away to one of the big guns early on then.
We're going to go, we'll be at home to one of the big guns, yeah.
Oh, yeah, at home. So that's good news. News then. So we ain't going away.
It's so complicated, though. Who's keeping up with this?
If I've worked that out right, or I'm thinking now, we're going to go Tottenham away, Champions League at home, Man City away.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I don't.
Oh, this one, come on, bring us up with this one.
Leipzig. Ronaldo's pressed the button. Leipzig have got Liverpool at home, Inter Milan away, Juventus at home, Atletico Madrid away, Sporting Lisbon at home, Celtic away, Villa at home, and Sturm Graz away. So Villa have got their 2 games in it. They've got some hard games, Villa. They're going to have a real tough test, aren't they, Villa? Wow. Bayern Munich and Leipzig.
Yeah,
Villa have got to play.
Germany twice.
Yeah, they've got to go to Germany twice, Villa. Wow. We're going to have to be on here about another hour afterwards, reading it all out, because I'm so confused already.
I'm not worried about anybody else's, but Arsenal. At the moment, we're only away. We're only at home to Inter Milan at the moment.
No, we're away to Inter Milan.
Away to Inter Milan. We haven't come up any other time yet.
Yeah. Dortmund is next. Borussia Dortmund. My mum's she's laughing at the blank expressions of the people in the audience. No one has a clue what's going on.
Well, I haven't got a clue what's going on here. Like, you know what I mean? This is terrible. It's even worse when it's on mute. But just press it, Cristiano. That's it.
Okay, Barcelona have got Real Madrid. What? Oh no, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Borussia Dortmund have got Barcelona at home and Real Madrid away. Wow. Shakhtar Donetsk at home, Club Brugge away, Celtic at home, Dynamo Kiev away, Sturm Graz at home, and Bologna away. Wow. Dortmund have got Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, so we could have got Dortmund, but we ain't, have we?
Don't know at the moment. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to have to wait until Arsenal get pulled out because this is the worst I've ever seen in my life. I have no idea what's going on. Who's next? Come on, Buffon. Pull out who's next. Barcelona have been pulled out.
Right, so we could get Barcelona at home, yeah?
We could do, but we're not. Barcelona have got Bayern Munich at home, Borussia Dortmund away. Oh, he has had to press it again because it's ballsed up. Bayern Munich at home, Dortmund away, Atlanta at home, Benfica away, Young Boys at home, Belgrade away, Brest at home, and Monaco away. My goodness, this is the most confusing thing I've ever done in me. Are you confused, Lee, or is it just me?
Confused. I was confused before on the start. You know what I mean? All that's happened with us at the moment, we've come out once.
We've got one game. That's it.
We've got one game at the moment.
I think it's because they've got to get rid of pot one, and they so does that mean that we could get we're going to get Real Madrid, Paris,
Real Madrid and Paris. We can't get Liverpool.
So we're going to get Real Madrid then, aren't we?
So this Real Madrid or Paris come out, yeah.
So Real Madrid have been pulled out. So now we're going to get Arsenal now. This will be us. Any money? Here we go. Dortmund at home. So that's the last final of last year.
Yeah, it can be Arsenal away. It can be that one. It's the only one it can be.
Arsenal. No, Liverpool away. Liverpool away. Milan at home. Atalanta away. Salzburg
so at Paris home.
We're going to get PSG then.
PSG at home.
We've avoided Real Madrid. There we go. Avoided Real Madrid.
So we've got
Inter Milan and PSG.
Inter Milan away. That's not too bad, Dan. Yeah. That's not too bad.
Yeah. So that's what it will be.
So what will happen now is Arsenal will go in. Pots 2 will come out now.
That's correct.
Arsenal will get what they got to get,
and they'll get their next 4. They'll get their next 6.
They'll get their next 6 teams now, which we'll understand.
Right, obviously, it's starting to make sense now. A bit more. My God.
See, I've worked that out well.
Well done, judges.
Thank you.
That is do you know what? Real Madrid have got a tough one there. They've got AC Milan, Liverpool, and Dortmund. That's not easy, is it?
No, some tough games in there for them. But we've got Inter Milan at home, away, and PSG at home.
Correct.
Right,
we'll find out now who it is. Is it PSG or Liverpool?
We can't get them.
It's Liverpool.
Right, so we can't.
Liverpool or not? I can't see my eyes. Yeah, Liverpool. Yeah.
So we can't get them. We can't get them.
No, we can't get Liverpool. So, my goodness. So Liverpool have got Real Madrid at home, Leipzig away, Leverkusen at home, Milan away, Lille at home, PSV away, Bologna at home, and Girona away. So there's some easier games at the end, but their start is horrible. Real Madrid, Leipzig, Leverkusen, and Milan. That's a horrible, horrible state for Liverpool, isn't it?
That's a tough draw. Tough draw for Liverpool.
That's got to be the hardest so far, Liverpool's, surely.
Bologna are no mugs neither, like, you know what I mean?
No, they ain't. Girona as well. Girona are fantastic.
That's not easy.
So here we go, PSG. This will be Paris.
Now we are at home to PSG.
Yeah.
Not a bad home draw, if I'll be honest.
No, it ain't. So they've got Paris Saint-Germain. They've got Man City at home, Bayern Munich away, Atletico Madrid at home, Arsenal away, PSV at home, Salzburg away, Girona at home, and Stuttgart away. So Arsenal at the moment have got Inter Milan at the San Siro, and they're at the Emirates hosting Paris Saint-Germain. There we go. That's not so bad. That's not so bad, Lee.
That's a tough draw for them, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal.
Man City and Arsenal. That's horrible for PSG. Horrible for them. Okay, I get what's going on now, but it took a while. I can't lie.
Yeah. So now pot 2 will come out now.
So now, pot 2 will be put in, and then we'll find out what's happening. My goodness.
I think that's what'll happen.
Yeah, no, it will. I'm sure it will. But my goodness, it's incredibly frustrating.
I'm going to write these down. Well, do I need to write them down? Nah. Look at them all there, like, you know what I mean? What the hell is going on? What a load of old rubbish.
Oh, I don't understand.
I see how that works. I see how that works. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so they got Atletico Madrid in pot 1 at home. Like, sorry, in pot 2 at home, and they got us away in pot 2. So Atletico Madrid are in pot 2. I get that. Here we go. Pot 2.
Right, with you now.
Right.
My goodness. Confusing.
This again will have to be, you know what I mean? Basically, it's not even a draw. It's I'll put you where you want to get, where it suits, isn't it, really?
It's bizarre. Very bizarre. I don't like it. I'll tell you what, though. I will say this. PSG and Liverpool have got horrible games there. Horrible.
Our 2 big games are winnable.
Both of them.
It's tough. Wherever we're going to Italy.
Yeah, we're going to Italy, whatever. So
we're going to Milan now. Not a bad place to visit, Milan. Normally it's out of all the Italian cities, it's not. There's a lot worse.
Oh, 100%. I think Rome they say is quite bad.
Rome and Napoli are the worst. But you know that's not too bad.
But listen, we're in a position where we could have got a hell of a lot worse, mate. Hell of a lot worse. So let's see. They're about to pull out or speak about pulling out the pot 2 teams. The pot 2 teams are Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Benfica, Arsenal, Club Brugge, Shakhtar, and AC Milan. Let's see who
we can pull out any one of these.
Yes. They are. Here we go. Buffon is now going to select the first ball. And it is Atletico Madrid, I think. Yes, Atletico Madrid.
Press your button, Cristiano.
Here he goes with the button press. What a job he's doing. He looks absolutely bored out of his brains, doesn't he? Look,
he's done fantastically well here, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Atletico Madrid, they've got Leipzig at home, PSG away, Leverkusen at home, Benfica away, Lille at home, Salzburg away, Bratislava at home, and Sparta Prague away.
That is an easier draw than some of the pot 2 teams or pot 1 teams.
Yes,
yeah, they've done all right.
Yeah, it is. They've done well. That is not a hard group at all for Madrid. That really is not hard at all.
Benfica, their away trips are pretty, I wouldn't say are brutal.
Who's next? I cannot see. Atalanta.
Atalanta, yeah. Look at them.
Blimey. Real Madrid at home. Barcelona away. Arsenal at home. There we go. So we've got to go to Atalanta. We've got to go Italy again. Got to go Italy twice. They got Arsenal at home. So that means at Atalanta. Shakhtar away. Celtic at home. Young Boys away. Sturm Graz home. Stuttgart away. So Arsenal at the moment have got to go to Inter Milan away. We've got to go to Atalanta away. And we've got to have PSG at home.
Twice in Italy now, though. This is all a bit funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Club Brugge are next. They've been pulled out next. Italy twice. This is what I mean. We can go.
Well, can we get Juventus here then and like go 3
times? We could end up getting Juventus as well and go to Italy 3 times. This is absolutely horrendous. Everyone in the chat is done with it. All of the people sitting there look bored. Look like they're waiting for it. Just unbelievable. Club Brugge have got Dortmund at home, City away, Juventus at home, Milan away. Blimey. Sporting at home, Celtic away, Villa at home, and Sturm Graz away. This is absolutely it's all over the place, isn't it?
That's a tough draw for them.
Yeah, it's really hard for Bruges. But then listen, it's going to be now. Now it's going to be tough because as you go furtherly, the teams get less competitive, don't they? So it's going to be hard for them to compete. Is what I'm getting at. I am so confused. Right, who are they pulling out next? Then is it going to be Arsenal?
Oh, who cares?
No, it's not Arsenal. I can't see who it is though. Is it Shakhtar Donetsk? No, it's Bayern Leverkusen.
Oh, Leverkusen. Right.
They have got Inter Milan at home, Liverpool away, and then they've got AC Milan at home and Atletico away. Wow, Leverkusen, that's tough. Salzburg at home, Feyenoord away, Sparta Prague at home and Brest away. That is tough. Leverkusen have got Inter Milan, Liverpool, Milan, AC Milan and Atletico Madrid. So they've got to go to AC and Inter as well. Oh, I mean, this is absolutely incredible.
They've got Inter at home, don't they? So they've got Liverpool.
I couldn't say, yeah, one of them's home, one of them's away, yeah. Whereas we've got to go Italy twice. Arsenal.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, let's see what we get.
Let's take a look.
Well, we know we're going into Milan.
Okay, so we've got PSG at home, Inter Milan away, Shakhtar Donetsk at home, Atalanta away, Dynamo Kiev at home, Sporting Lisbon away, Monaco at home, Girona away. Okay, wow. So Arsenal to confirm, Paris Saint-Germain at home, Inter Milan away. Oh, it's just gone off now. Can you believe it? Now I've missed it.
Listen, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. So we go once to Sporting, Portugal.
Yeah.
One to Spain, Girona, which is not bad, and two Italians, two trips to Italy.
We're not travelling far.
No.
That's actually not so bad. Benfica, they've got Barcelona at home, Bayern Munich away, Atletico Madrid at home, Juventus away, Feyenoord at home, Belgrade away, Bologna at home, and Monaco away. Wow. I don't mind that draw, Lee, for Arsenal. I don't mind that.
That draw is not too bad. Not too bad. You know, away to, let's be honest, we got the two Italian, away to Atlanta and away to Inter Milan, not too bad. And away to Sporting Lisbon and away to Girona. That is not bad away trips, as not as daunting as they can be, Dan. You know what I mean?
No way.
And at home, nothing there to be too fearful about, if I'll be really honest.
I agree.
I'm going to come off my screen now because someone will put it in one of the groups. Hopefully, we can.
AC Milan have got Liverpool at home, Real Madrid away, Club Brugge at home, Leverkusen away, Dynamo away, Girona at home, and Bratislava away. That's tough for Milan, to be fair. Liverpool, Madrid, Leverkusen, and tough games. There really is some tough games here.
So we've got Paris Saint-Germain at home, Shakhtar Donetsk at home, so we haven't got to travel too far for that. GNK Dynamo at home and Monaco at home. Our home games
are winnable.
We haven't got one real massive team there at all, apart from Paris. We've got Paris, Shakhtar, Dynamo and Monaco. You know, that is, I'm telling you that now, Girona away, Sporting away, Atalanta away, and and Inter away. Dan, that is as good as group of 8 games that you can get.
I can't lie. I can't deny that. PSG will be difficult at home, Inter Milan will be difficult away, but that could have been a hell of a lot worse, Lee. It could have been
100% a lot worse. The other, you know, like the other games, you know, like if you win all your games there, you know, like Girona, by the way, have lost a lot of players. They're not like as strong as what they were last season. So listen, I'm very happy about that. That's a stadium I've never been to.
You know what we need to do now? Do you know what we need to do now? We need to do this. Cross Jonky. I'm with you. We need to do this. I knew we'd get Sporting. Go and buy Gyökeres. Go and buy their best player now if we got him in the Champions League. That's what we need to do. Go and get him. Don't let Gyökeres play against Arsenal. That's all I will say. Juventus have got Man City, Leipzig, Benfica, Club Brugge, PSV, Lille, Stuttgart and Aston Villa. God, Aston Villa are getting absolutely crucified here. They really are.
Yeah, that's a tough one for them.
God, you've seen their group so far, Villa. My God, it's absolutely horrendous so far. They got Bayern Munich. It's honestly, it's not good. Not good. So Shakhtar, the last team to be drew out of pot 2. So they're going to have us, aren't they, Lee? They've got to go away to the Emirates, haven't they? Yeah. So it's all come up already, still, let's see. So Shakhtar got Bayern Munich at home, Dortmund away, Atalanta at home, Arsenal at the Emirates, Young Boys at home, PSV away, Brest at home, and Bologna away. So that is going to be...
Well, listen, from our point of view, 2 trips to Italy, 1 to Spain, 1 to Portugal. There's not a massive amounts of travelling.
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
We've done okay.
There we go. Pot 2 fixtures. So Arsenal have got PSG, Inter Milan, Shakhtar and Atalanta, Dynamo Kiev, Sporting, Girona and Monaco. We'll take that, Lee. We'll take that. That could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, and it depends now how that works out. You know, I mean, like, listen, Aston Villa was always going to get a tough group from where they are, then from the pot that they're in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's always going to be tough. But listen, you know, I mean, you know, like the 2 pot teams for us that were Paris and Inter Milan. I don't think you would have. You know, like there's a lot worse than out there, isn't there? Like, you know, I mean, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern.
Would you rather have got PSG and Inter Milan the other way round and have Inter Milan at home and PSG away, or do you think the San Siro is easier to go than
No. San Siro is going to be tough, but so is Paris. You know, I mean, difficult games, whatever. One of them's difficult, and they're both difficult.
Yeah.
I would say you've got more of a chance of beating Inter at home than you have away.
I just hope we get Gyökeres now, man. Get Gyökeres, and then I'll be happy, mate. And then Sporting Lisbon don't have him, and Arsenal play against him. That's why I want him so bad now. I wanted him anyway, to be fair.
You know, we've been to Sporting, been to Porto, so you know we go back to Sporting. We went there a couple of years ago, so that's
yeah, we did.
One.
Weren't too good though, was we? Went out, didn't we? But there we go. Pot 3 then. I feel sorry for Aston Villa here. They're getting absolutely rinsed here. Honestly, they really are getting battered. Okay, out of pot 3, Young Boys have been selected by Buffon. They have already got Inter Milan at home, Barcelona away, Atalanta at home, and Shakhtar away. They've now got Belgrade at home, Celtic away, Villa at home, and Stuttgart away.
A little bit disappointed. Maybe it'd been nice to have picked out Celtic. What do you think? Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I'd have been happy with that. I mean, it's an easy win and it's a good trip down there. I've never been to their ground. Let's be honest. But that ain't going to happen now. But I'm happy with it. Honestly, I'm happy with our draw. I think that's good. Honestly,
listen, you know what I mean? Like 2 trips to Italy, it's not the end of the world. Atalanta's a nice place as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? As I say, Milan's going to be, is always tough.
Yeah.
San Siro, you know what I mean? Got any Arsenal fan out there's got to be vigilant and don't be silly out there.
Yeah, agree. Lille have got Real Madrid at home, Liverpool away. Oh no, that's gone off now. Missed that one, but that looked quite tough to be fair from Lille. Who's the England lad that's been picked in the squad for Lille? Do you know who that is? Angel Gomez. You ever heard of him?
Never heard of him.
Nah, he's been picked by the England squad today by that Lee Parsley. I've never heard of him.
Aaron Ramsdale left out. Southampton's Aaron Ramsdale left out.
Yeah, he's no longer being picked for England because he's not playing. Crazy. PSV, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Shakhtar, Juventus, Sporting, Belgrade, Girona and Brest. That's very tough now, isn't it, for these teams? These teams getting picked out now, Lee. Can you imagine? Imagine being Villa in this
Yeah,
scenario.
well, this is why you've got no chance in those. You know, these are the ones that would never chance anyway in the group anyway, like, you know what I mean? So,
That's right.
So, you know, it's just how it is. You know, that's the end of it now. Like, you know, we've got, you know, like looking at our draw, Dan, I'm looking at it, and I have to say, you've got to be pretty pleased with that. Now, I don't know how that's going to pan out, or where we go first game or not. I have no clue. But Inter Milan and Paris Saint-Germain are not the they're tough games. Don't get me wrong, because that's why they're in pot one. But you know, you could have pulled out Real Madrid and Barcelona. You could have pulled out in the two games. You know what I mean? Like, you could have gone to Spain.
Well, twice. Leverkusen did, didn't they? Leverkusen have got Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. I'm sure it's Leverkusen.
Yeah, one of them has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of them has. Crazy, isn't it? Dynamo, then they've pulled out Dortmund, Bayern, Milan, Arsenal away. Remember, so they've got to come to the Emirates. Dynamo, Celtic, Salzburg, Monaco, and Bratislava.
So not too bad.
No, we'll take Dynamo at home, Monaco at home. That's bloody good. And Girona have lost a few of their players. They were good last year, though. But that is away, but they've lost a few of their players. Belgrade have been pulled out. They go next. Barcelona at home, Inter Milan away, Benfica, Milan, PSV, Young Boys, Stuttgart, and Monaco for them. This is getting quicker now as well, because obviously
it's hardly any teams left, is there? Like, you know,
exactly, yeah. So it has worked out in the end. But my good, how confusing was that to start with? My goodness. Ronaldo looked completely bored out of his head.
Well, he's had the worst job, hasn't he, pressing a button?
Unbelievable.
What did you do today, Christian? I pressed a button for an hour. Is this going to happen with the Europa League as well, or not? Does anybody know, or is that the same format as last time?
I don't know. I think it'd be similar, won't it, to this, I imagine? Or is it going to be old school? Maybe it'll be back to the old school. They don't care about Europa, do they, in the conference? They only care about the big one, which is this one.
Interesting, you know what I mean? Like looking at those 8 teams that we've got to go to, or 7 teams, should I say? No, there's 8 teams we've got to go to, isn't it? Because, is that right? Yeah, another 4 games extra, isn't there? So 8 games.
That's right.
That ain't a bad 8 games to get yourself in.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Ronaldo's trying to change the way he presses the button now. Be funny about it.
He's bored, his middle finger, is he?
He's obviously bored. Yeah, he's obviously bored about it. Sporting, Man City, Leipzig, Arsenal away. Sorry, Arsenal at home. So that will be Arsenal who go away.
That's Sporting, yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got some difficult games, you know what I mean? Which you know that they're going to, Dan. You know what I mean? They're going to get difficult games.
Bayern Munich. So far, Bayern Munich, Juventus, and Celtic are at Villa Park so far. Wow.
Yeah, so like that's a difficult, difficult draw for those guys, because Villa are not going to be no mucks in that group. You know what I mean? They'll hold their own, Villa. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, getting Celtic is good for them. Now in the last pot, Lee, pot 4.
Here we go. There's not many teams left to pick out, is there?
No, there's not now. There's not now. Is Sparta Prague and Sparta Praia the same team?
Do you know what? They all changed quite dramatically, didn't they? Like, you know what I mean? So. Where are you up to now on your screen?
They just got Stuttgart that's come up. They're showing the highlights of all the teams.
Yeah. Oh, Stuttgart's just come up for me now, like, so I'm a little bit behind.
Here we go.
All right, this is the end of it now, then. Do your job, Cristiano. See, Aston Villa being in pot 4, you know what I mean? It's tough, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
It's horrible for them. Yeah, it's horrible for them. So Ozzy pulling out first then. And Luigi Buffon decides the first team is... I can't read that. Stuttgart, Paris, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Young Boys, Belgrade, Sparta Prague, and Bratislava. Tough. Real Madrid, PSG, and Juventus. Wow.
Yeah, you know, it's tough four. But other than that, you know what I mean, that's doable.
Girona next.
We know we got them. So really, they're only putting themselves out in the top 4, really, aren't they? What they can get there. There's only 2 that they got different there. All the rest all maps out for them. Let's see what Aston Villa get. Come on.
Bologna next.
He's had enough, Cristiano. He's putting his hands in his pockets now. He's had enough. Well, that's a tough group. That's tough, that is. Look at that. Now, you know what I mean? That is tough. That was a tough one for them.
This is Brest. This is going to be even harder. Inter Milan, PSG, Dynamo, Atalanta, Sporting, Monaco, Girona. Who was the other one?
For us?
Yeah. Inter Milan, PSG, Dynamo, Atalanta, Sporting, Monaco, Girona. Someone else I've missed, didn't there?
They said Atalanta.
Missed a home game out somewhere. Going to Atalanta.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Well done.
Aston Villa. Let's see what the Villa have got then. Let's see what the mighty Aston Villa have got.
Aston Villa got Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Juventus, Club Brugge, Celtic, Young Boys, Bologna, Monaco. Do you know what? They ain't that bad, you know. Bayern Munich.
That's a great. Well. Look at that.
Aston Villa, they've done well there, man. They've done well there.
Leipzig away. They've got Juventus at home. Bruges away. Yeah, they've got winnable away ties there, then. Winnable away
Absolutely. Ties. Could have been a hell of a lot worse, man.
You know what I mean? They've got a couple of German teams. Bayern Munich will be tough, as we all know, but they've got them at home.
Yeah.
So they'll be pleased with that. I think Aston Villa, considering they're in pot 4, will be quite pleased with that, like, you know?
Yeah.
You look at that. That's a tough ask for them.
Monaco next. scroll on the bottom of the screen, there are Arsenal's fixtures, guys, just for those of you that need to see it in a more easier way. Inter Milan away, PSG at home, Dynamo at home, Atlanta away, Sporting away, Monaco at home, Girona away, and Shakhtar at home. Why? I mean, when you read it all out like that, Lee, it sounds like you're playing forever, doesn't it?
Yes, it's lots of games. And listen, it didn't work out too bad in the end, that draw, and it's done now. You know, there we go.
No, it could have had. Honestly, it was confusing to start with, but it soon became quite clear afterwards, didn't it? Nobody knew what was going. I think because we were so desperate to see what was happening with Arsenal, and because we were near the top, it obviously weren't. It was confusing, but it got easier as it went down.
Yeah. You sort of once it sort of unfolded, you understood what was happening and all that, like, but not exciting draw. Like, you know, you don't get the excitement of it because there was teams coming out quickly, wasn't it? But I suppose, you know, listen, I've always said it, Dan. This competition does not heat up until the last 16 when it's a knockout, and I'm sorry, it will never be the same. It'll always be the same. You know, they can do what they want to this. They can tart it up as much as they like. When it becomes a knockout format, it's so much better.
Well, it's still a league like it was in the group stages. It's still a group. It's just a bloody big group now. 36 teams. Got to be in the first 8 to go through. Otherwise, you're going to a playoff. If you're in the bottom 8, you go out. That's quite simple.
Simple as that. And it's as simple as that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I agree. It looks a little bit of a better format, if I'll be honest. I'm going to say that. It does look a little bit better, Dan. I'm going to say, you know, as you said earlier on, it's all new. But, like, you know, you'd have to play home and away against a team. So you're playing 8 different teams. So I don't think that's a bad thing. So there's no, like, staleness of it all. Like, you know, you're playing one team and another, like, you know, and you've just got to concentrate on winning your own games and put you into a league or whatever. So very, very good idea. And that's it. It's done. So
well, look, to end, let's do something fun to end before we do close the show. We've got them scrolling down at the bottom here at the banner, right? The Arsenal fixtures. Talk me through what you think will happen with these games, judges, as you go into them. We obviously know they're all going to be tough. None of them are easy. But what would you think is respectful or expectation for Arsenal, win, lose or draw in these first 8? What are you saying?
Well, listen, I think it's going to be difficult, but I'd like to think that we're going to go unbeaten. Can I say that? Like, you know what I mean? If we don't get Paris at home, I'd expect us to win or draw that one. Inter Milan away, I'd like to think we could get a draw there. But that's going to be difficult. I don't care what anybody says, you know. Shakhtar at home, I think will be okay. Atlanta away, I don't really know, to be honest, what that's going to be like. Dynamo at home should win that. Sporting away should get something there. Monaco at home should get something there. And I think Girona away, again, a little bit unknown, but I think we'll be all right. So what do you reckon? Like, let's be positive.
I'll tell you what I'm going to say. I think we will win all of our home games. I think we will win all of our away games, bar Inter Milan, which I think will pick up a draw.
So you're saying unbeaten as well?
Is that positive enough for everyone?
That is positive. Right, let's leave it on a positive note.
Leave it on a positive note. Because I do think Inter Milan, no matter who Inter Milan have, they'll be tough. PSG have lost Mbappe. I think we'll beat PSG at home. And I think we'll beat Atlanta and Sporting away as well. So I say unbeaten. We'll win them all other than Inter Milan, which we'll draw. There we go.
There we go.
Big up to all of you. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for being with us as we did the live draw. Apologies that me and Lee were completely confused at the start. We couldn't get anything working. We had no idea what was happening. It was on mute, but you get comedy when you're with me and Lee, of course.
Yeah, so we got there in the end.
We did. We got there in the end. So big up to all of you for being with us. Make sure you do us a favour. We're still broadcasting this on both channels. So please make sure you're subscribed to both the 12th Man and Lee Judges TV. Please make sure you hit like and you hit the subscribe button, which are absolutely free. Lee, we're on our way to 40k. 12th Man's on its way to 30k. So please make sure you can be part of the community and help there as well. Lee, I'll let you have the last word, mate.
The draw has been done. Europa League draw is coming out. I don't care when it is. Do you know why? Because we're not in it. But we're off to the Champions League. Get your spaghetti bowls ready because we're going to Italy twice, Spain, and a little bit of Portugal. A bit of sun, and more important, a bit of fun. Have a lovely night.